Finally, a reveal for the new Ultraman. It's not just a silhouette. We're going to see what this guy actually looks like. Ooh, listen to that background music. Oh, the chest piece. The pentagonal. Whoa. From the sky. Look at him touch that sky. Who's this dude? He fell. Oh, okay. Overtaken by gravity. Oh, he's gonna hit somebody with a slugger. Ultraman, an alien. Yeah, he is.
I think
Ooh.
I can grow larger.
He can be a big boy. But how big a boy will he be? Ooh. Oh, he has like a cool necklace. Oh, look at him go. Ooh, this show has kaiju in it. Are all these guys original? Because I don't recognize any of these kaiju.
My name is Omega.
Omega. Starting on July 5th, we can watch more Ultraman. Now, when I'm looking at this suit, it looks pretty cool. I do like the glowy eyes, like the distinctly blue glowy eyes. Are they gonna be glowing all the time? Is it gonna have like a really expensive figure that needs batteries, kind of like my Infinity Force figures? They need batteries, so their chest pieces can glow. There's like kind of the soft reveal of the English voice. I cannot tell from the first from the first few lines who it is. It's kind of different from the Blazar reveal, because all you really needed to do in the Blazar teaser was put Johnny Young Bosch's voice in it. Also some chaos in the background. Just to have Johnny Young Bosch say, "I've got this," and then I am squealing. I can't say that I know who this voice actor is from the first line. Sounds cool though. He has a cool voice. But yeah, we also get the cool name drop, the logo. So we are very prominently putting in the slugger, the blade on the head blade, and it is a solo slugger. He's not like Zero with multiple or as many as he needs. We have one prominent slugger right on the head. Gonna take it right off, gonna lob it at someone. So I wonder if that means that he is in some way gonna be related to Ultra 7 and by extension Zero. But I would not mind if they kind of just let him exist in his own bubble, kind of like how Blazar or Arc were just kind of their own things for the most part, independent of any other Ultras. I say that a little bit more loosely for Arc because it did have its outside universe cameos. Well, it looks really cool. It has a lot of themes of arriving, falling, being an alien. Like this one seems like part of the plot point is that they are an alien. So maybe we are talking about a world that will be a whole lot more hostile to Omega coming in. I know that the Ultra series is pretty good at having the question of whether the new Ultraman is there to help or to hurt, to invade Earth, for those who just, for the defense forces. But maybe for Omega, he might not have a defense force because they didn't say anything. I don't think they said anything about a defense force. They did not reveal a defense force or a uniform. This is just some dude. There's a whole lot of solitary imagery. Actually, now when I think about it, with the way they parallel the images, layering on the images of the who's clearly the host and the Ultra, is the way they fade each other in and mirror each other's moves. Not really mirror. They're moving simultaneously. I know that the concept of, the host and the Ultra having to be the same entity isn't new, but maybe it is also implying that we're dealing with an Ultra that doesn't have a host, but is taking on a human form, kind of like the way Dan Moroboshi, Ultra 7, wasn't using a host, he was just taking an ultra form or a human form. So we might be dealing with that. So that's why they're kind of emphasizing him being like an alien. And maybe it's something that he's figuring out on his own. Because, you know, for people who are familiar with Ultraman, and for most Ultramen, Ultraman characters, the idea of becoming bigger is, you know, natural to them for the most part. But if he were just an Ultra that did not know about getting larger, maybe we're dealing with an amnesiac is what I'm trying to say. Might be an amnesiac Ultra, and I don't think we've ever had like an amnesiac main character in any of the Ultraman series that I watched. So maybe that's the angle that they're going with. He has to learn that he's an alien, even though he's in human form. Maybe he has this, and his character arc is learning to be an Ultraman, as they often are. But just the fact that he is, by nature, by genetics, is already an Ultraman, which now when I say it like that, it's a little bit like the Netflix Ultraman stuff, like Ultraman Rising or the Ultraman anime / manga, where they are an Ultra by genetics, but also are already a human. So could be doing that, which would make sense because as far as I can tell, the Netflix stuff have had their fan base, especially Rising. I know that Ultraman Rising got a lot of attention, pretty decent amount of attention to the Ultraman series. So if they follow up Ultraman Rising with a new series that kind of echoes the same sort of concepts, genetically you're an Ultraman, but you mostly know what it's like to be human. Without a host, without another entity sharing your body, would make sense as a way to transition the fans that came from Netflix stuff into the larger Ultraman fandom to make a series like that. So maybe that is what we're dealing with, Omega. which I'm pretty down for. Like I said, I enjoyed my Rising. I did my full review of Ultraman Rising. If you saved it. But either way, I am pretty excited to see it. To see Ultraman Omega. He looks pretty cool. I can't wait to see what he does with that slugger. Not sure. My brain wants to call it an eye slugger, but I don't think all of them are eye sluggers. I think just universally the head blade is a slugger. I've said slugger too much. Now it's starting to feel weird in my mouth. But anyway, in the comments, tell me what you think is about to happen in Ultraman Omega. And if you haven't already, go ahead and action smack that subscribe button so that's easier to keep up with me talking about Ultraman stuff. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next Smacchan Pact adventure.